anniversary of Animal Kingdom, we decided that we'd go to the park and share with you some of our favorite things to do there. So, let's go! As soon as you walk into Animal Kingdom, the first thing you come to is the Oasis. In this area, you'll find all sorts of animals in habitats that are created to be what they would be like in nature. As soon as you exit the Oasis, you find yourself coming face to face with the 145-foot tall Tree of Life, which serves as the park icon for Animal Kingdom. Decorating the tree's trunk, you'll find animals that you can find all over the world. My favorite part of the Tree of Life is the animal exhibits that surround it. We decided to head over to Camp Minnie Mickey. Camp Minnie Mickey is a really fun area because it's a great place to meet some of your favorite characters in one spot so you don't have to go all over the park chasing them. But it's also the place where you can catch Festival of the Lion King, which is my absolute all-time favorite show of all of Walt Disney World. And in my opinion, if you can only do one thing when you visit Disney's Animal Kingdom, this is the one thing I would do. Once we crossed the bridge into Africa, we heard a really fun sound, and walking up to Tusker House, we realized that it was the Tam Tam drummers who were out performing. And anytime that I have the chance to dance, I'm gonna take it, and this was a great, great fun time. After we were done shaking what our mama gave us, we decided to head over to Kilimanjaro Safaris. I love Kilimanjaro Safaris, except for that I'm always afraid I'm gonna drop my phone when I'm taking pictures. But other than that, it's amazing. There are always great animals out, and on this safari, we had great views of the savannah and all the giraffes and the Ankole cattle that live there, but we especially had a great view of the lions. It was by far like the best viewing I've ever had. After our safari, we decided to head over to the Panchgani Forest Exploration Trail. Now, this trail is one of my favorites because it really makes you feel like you're going into the heart of Africa, like you're on an exploration. We got to see some gorillas, some monkeys, and it was just a really fun time. After our time on the trail, we decided to catch a train over to Rafiki's Planet Watch. The train ride is really interesting because it gives you a glimpse into the backstage areas of the safari. You have the opportunity to have some interesting animal interactions, see the veterinarian areas of the park, and take a brief stroll through a petting zoo area. On the walk from Africa to Asia, you will find my absolute favorite view of the Tree of Life. I really like this view because there's a waterfall and there's the stream in front of it, but also you'd be surprised to find divines sometimes walking around, and sometimes if you're lucky enough, you'll be able to catch a Bollywood dance party right near Yak and Yeti. Since it was an Animal Kingdom hot day, we decided to take one for the team and ride Cali River Rapids. Kelly had a waterproof case for her camera, so she caught the spectacular visions of Cali. After we were thoroughly soaked, we decided that maybe we would dry off some by taking a journey on the Maharaja jungle trek. This is a really interesting trek because you get to see some kind of different animals, the bats and all of the birds, but most of all, there are the tigers. And there was a cast member that was standing on the bridge, and I asked him about the beautiful flags that adorn the bridge area. And he said that they were Buddhist prayer flags, and they're hung vertically to help carry the prayers that are put on the flags to heaven. And if you look closely enough on the tree at the entrance, you'll see bells tied to some ribbons. And the significance is that if there's a bell tied to the ribbon, it means their prayer has been answered. For those who aren't faint of heart, I suggest a visit over to Expedition Everest. The Imagineers who created the ride went over and did a lot of research and brought back a lot of great artifacts having to deal with the Yeti, and they have a lot of them on display in this kind of makeshift museum slash expedition headquarters, and you walk through it as you go up to the ride. And while the ride itself is really fun, it's really great to be able to spend a little time in the queue taking in all that these Imagineers thought of to put together the ride. After our ride on Expedition Everest, we decided to head over and take in our second show of the day, Finding Nemo the Musical. This is a really unique retelling of Finding Nemo because it features puppets and performers at the same time. It's a really interesting way to see a story that you may have seen before in a brand new way. The final stop on our trek around Animal Kingdom was Dinoland USA. This is a really varied area of the park and one that you're going to want to spend some time in if you've got little ones. In the Chester and Hester's area, you'll find Primeval Whirl, Triceratops Pen, and some Midway games. And most importantly, it plays home to Dinosaur. While it used to be Countdown to Extinction, it's Dinosaur now. It features some great fossils. You get to go back in time to find the iguanodon, and you might even bring back a little something extra with you. One of my favorite things about Animal Kingdom is the shopping that you can find there. The stores are all uniquely decorated, and they offer some things that you're not going to find all over Walt Disney World. You can find African sculptures, drums, art, but you can also find Mickey and Minnie and some fun safari gear. We hope that you've enjoyed this look around Animal Kingdom, and we'd love to hear what you love to do. So please be sure to leave a comment below, and make sure to follow us in all of our adventures at onthegoonmco.com, and we're at onthegoonmco on Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and on Instagram. See you soon.